Welcome to Faraway Farms, in association with Inquisitive Pear Tree Productions. Yeah, I just noticed while rewatching Season 1, Episode 1, to get more views, I just keep on watching it over and over again. I referred to this place as Far, Far Away Farms. To be clear, there's only one farm. And the other one was a reference to Heartbreak Ridge with Gunny Highway. The reference should have been, I neglected to give you the reference. It's we get paid to adapt, overcome, improvise. And that's what happened when we were working on the washer dryer and had to switch gears over to the internet install. Finally getting around to scheduling time to install the washer dryer. Let's get on with doing this. With any prudent home fix-it, always nice to make sure that the power's off. Let's check this. Dryer 7 and 8. Turn that baby off. Now let's just go check and make sure that it's disconnected. So we're going to use our wobbly and make sure that it's off. Turn that on. We'll just check and make sure. Yeah, let's make sure this is off. Nothing. All right, I think it's safe to work. So I kind of figured out why their dryer wasn't working. Can anyone tell me why? Leave me a note in the comments if you can tell me exactly why their dryer wasn't working. Well, let's just start by taking this apart. Now that we confirm that the power's off. Let's take this baby apart. And see what we are working with. Well, she's not coming. We'll just have to give her a little cut around. There we go. Idaho. Just cut that out. There we go. And what do we got? Oh, let's have a look. Let's give you a little more light. Yeah. Looks like we're replacing some wire in there. Looks like there may have been a short or two. Definitely. Okay, so the quick disconnect. And that's done. Take the ground off. Ground off. And let's see how they put this together. Okay, so we're going to have to cut this drywall out. Let's just orientate our pieces so we know when we go to put it back on, we know where it goes. We'll just take a nice straight edge and we will cut. We will cut down. Now, if you're not one to read comments in the bio, did I mention this is how we do it channel, not a how to do it channel? Now that we got the drywall cut, let's get this piece out. Where are you? And see what we're dealing with. Oh, that's where the dryer is going to go. All right. Well, at least it gave me enough wire, a nice little service loop to get that relocated. I think we're going to cut her back to just about there. And then get you off. And there we go. Extra staple that wasn't being used. Let's make sure they used the right size wire. Oh, yeah. They used a 10-3. Now we're just looking at this going, how am I going to get that over there? It was nice they left me a hole. Vent. Yeah. That's going to be a challenge. Going to have to think about that one. And then how far do I go up with my copper? Because I'm changing over to PEX. So that probably comes up from a run upstairs. All right, well, let's get at it. Okay, so after a little research and discussion, I'm not going to touch the 3-inch stack because that just opens up a world of problems. I'm going to cut off that 90, run it through the stud, and then come up with a P-trap up to the required height, and then put my box on the other side of this wall. So that means my water supply and my drain will be about there, away from that wall. So we got most of the stuff done over on the other side. Got the waste drain done. We got it marked out here. This is where the water box is going to go with the drain line coming up. A few things we got to do on the other side is once we get the waste side done, we used a ram bit. That's awesome. I had different fittings and I wasn't sure how I was going to do it. So I ended up cutting they had the sanitary, the T, and then it came off and it was really close. Like they put everything, there was no gap in between, and then they came out and then had the P-trap on the outside. I was able to cut that off, get in with the ram bit and hollow out the inside of the fitting. Double dog through the 2x6. I was able to put a 7-inch piece in to bring me into the next stud cavity, and that's where we're going to end up coming up here. I'm going to get that all pre-fit. One of the big things is, I just remembered, when we put our PEX B on the bottom of this, we're going to leave one longer, one shorter. That way when we come across the stud bay, the one will come in with a 90 and then the other one will pick it up. And then I'll make them longer so when I put it in, I'm not up inside the stud bay trying to secure the 90s on it. So I just added a new thing, you know, like you learn every day. It's going to be bright. I got just a little light. Pretty soon I'll get one of those nice little stage light things that everyone uses when they're filming. But, you know, I got 19 videos under my belt and progressively getting better. Marked improvement as we go through. This one here, you have better camera angles. Time lapse. I've never done a time lapse before. And it works out pretty well. Mind you, it doesn't show the real work. That was an hour worth in 38 seconds or something like that. So we'll move on. We'll get this done. And like I said, this is how I do it, not how to do it. And hopefully we'll succeed. And then, I even covered up the hole. If you're wondering what I was going to do with the exhaust vent, it was going out on that side. Initially, I planned to go through this wall and then stay out to the outside penetration. After discussion, we decided to go through this wall, make a new hole. So I took some cedar siding and I buttoned up the exterior hole. Used, not the handyman secret weapon, that's duct tape. I used the handyman's weapon, which is Lexel by Sashco. Great stuff. And I sealed up around it, and we should haven't any problems. Just getting ready to put the PEX on the water box. I want to take this time for a PSA. Remember to follow the installation instructions and manufacturer's recommended instructions. And remember the most important thing, wear your safety glasses. Thanks, Norm Abrams. So let's start off by putting the thingy on the sleevey, putting the little copper ring on the sleevey, and the other most important thing is make sure you remember which one is red and which one is blue. I could have got the same color PEX B, but you know what? Didn't cost any extra to get specific colors. So that goes on, the ring goes on. Manual crimpers, that's 3/4 inch right here and 1/2 inch. So that slides over top, and crap. And then you take this little handy device, which is a go, no go. This is no go, and that's go. And it just slides over top. That's no go, and this is go. So that was a good crimp. Let's get the blue. Yeah, look. Red, blue, blue. I sure would have hated to mix that up. But you know what? I've done things like that in the past. And I like to leave it about 1/4 inch away from the top. And if you notice, I got one longer than the other. And let's get that on there. And it takes a sizable amount of force. If you're affluent and can afford it. So that's the no-go. And this is the 1/2 inch. Go. I am good. Well, there you have it. All done. Got the drain in. Got the PEX over. And this is the one feeding the toilet. And you might say, oh geez, that goes on an angle. That's only temporarily. I'm going to have to take that off. And when I plug that up and put in some, when I put the drywall up, also I want to put another little decorative sleeve, like a little 6-inch decorative steel sleeve on the end. Chrome, just to make it look nice. And then there'll be, all the way along there will be, above the baseboard will be like a little chase just to hide the pipe. Now, I don't know if I'm using the right tool to cut the PEX. I can't remember if this was PEX or if it was for something else. It always seems if you push too hard, it will pinch the end and it makes it hard to get the ring on. I'm gonna have to go check and see. And we got the plug, dedicated plug for the washer and the dryer. And then next is to drill a hole in the wall. Well, now this is the challenging part. With bevel siding coming in, this is gonna catch on and just rip my hand right off. Maybe I'll just start a little lower and then go in reverse. Well, I'm starting forward just to get the hole going until it makes contact. And then we'll go in reverse. Just to get it going. Now watch this, it's gonna just torque my whole hand right off. All right, so first part of the siding's off. That's why we're having, there, the flashing goes all the way up to the top. Well, I guess we'll just be going through the flashing. Well, look at that, the beauty of the hole dozer. And does our holes line up? Oh yeah, we've opted for a galvanized exhaust hood. The exterior venting applications for dryers, fans, intakes, hoods, and venting. Before it was a nice little plastic one. This is a little more expensive, but hopefully it fits in there nice. Oh, look at that. And let's just make sure we're, oh, right on the bubble. There we go. That's the way we're gonna put her. We'll just leave that for now. Like they say in Essential Craftsman, a little caulk and paint makes a carpenter what he ain't. So we'll just get some Lexel in there, get back in, then we're gonna have to trim it out because we do have a difference in the siding. But for now, we'll just keep the bugs out. We'll throw some Lexel in there and make it pretty. Some little goo goo goo, ga ga ga. There we go. Underneath. Shout out to the Perkins Builders Brothers and Building Jay's Way. Those are very informative. Again, those what to do and how they do it, not how to do it. And we'll put a little bead right there, like so. We'll close that up. And then once we get it in, we'll put one in the bottom. There, that goes in like that. Let's just make sure we're level. And put in some screws. That is perfect right there. Let's get this baby in there. I don't want to suck it in too much. There we go. We're still there, we're still level. Let's just put this other one in. Pretty. Get this guy in here. We'll get that guy in there, and then we'll put this other one in here, down on the bottom. Get that guy in there, and then we'll just put some Lexel in there to keep the buggies out. There we go. Put one in over on this side, and we are done on the exterior. All that's left to do after that is hook up the hose. That's a pretty big gap there, but we'll just, again, we'll just fill in the top, fill in the sides. We'll fill in there just to keep the buggies out. We'll leave the bottom open, let that drain out in case there's anything that does get in behind there. And there we are. Smooth that out, make it look pretty. Like I said, we decided to go with, it's a little more expensive to go with the galvanized one, but I think it gives you that nicer look. It just, a little more on the top here, just gives you that nicer look. The plastic ones are functional, but they look so contractorish. This gives it that cool look. All right, a little bit more in there. Clean that up. A little more on your side, and we are donezo. Clean that off. All right, so that's all set up. So let's just make sure that it's level. That's good that way. Let's have a look this way. Oh, the magnets work good. That's level. Right on the bubble that way. And right on the bubble that way. Maybe a test. Get a load of darks. Holy smokes. It's amazing the amount of laundry you accumulate when you don't have a washer or a dryer for over a week. Well, maybe 8 days. So let's get that stuff in there now. And Tide Pod, yeah, it tastes good. All right, so that looks like enough for a test. Door closed, power on. Ooh, turn the breaker on, power on, music. Let's do a normal and warm water. Let's go, let's just select hot, spin medium, soil normal, and we push start. 80 minutes. Must be some dirty clothes. Water's on. Oh, and there comes the water. Well, let's check back in 80 minutes and see how we've done. 6 minutes left. Everything's spinning, draining. No issues so far. Well, okay, so that's a big load of laundry. Let's just see how that worked. Get this flipped over into the dryer. You know what? It's so nice to have them set up so you can go from one side to the other. As you can see, we had to figure it out. It was either that or redo all the plumbing over to this side. So it works out. The connections are long enough. And there we go. First wash complete. Now, what do you think we can do on this? Oh, turn it on. I think we're going to do a normal. And we're started. And there we go. This concludes Far, Far Away Farm Laundry Edition. Check back with us next week for another exciting adventure on episode 3 of What Are We Gonna Do? Hey, it's okay. It's all right. Leave it. Leave it. It's your new friend. It's okay. Leave it. Leave it. It'll be here for a while. Lydia, leave it. Leave it alone. You come up. Up. Up you get. Come on. Leave it. Up you get. Up. Hey. Up.
Go lay down. There you go. When it's going, you just hang out here, okay? All right? It's not going to hurt you. I guess we're going to have to be home when we do it, aren't we? Yeah. It's okay. It's all right.